iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Everybody, it's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. Week 9 in the books. Not one of my favorite weeks. So many teams on bye week. And then there are a couple of really bad efforts by some players and some teams. But we'll get to it all. Let's lead it off with the Rams against the Giants. How do you not fire Ben McAdoo? How? Can somebody please tell me the reason you wouldn't fire Ben McAdoo right now? You're 1-7, you're 0-4 at home, and the Rams drop a 50 spot on you. Tell me the reason. Oh, we're going to play better next week. Well, maybe we don't have Beckham. McAdoo is crap. He's terrible. This team is terrible. There's nothing good about it. Nothing. And now they're talking about seeing other people. What, you need to bench Eli Manning for Geno Smith? Here's what I tell you about Geno Smith. He sucks. I don't need to see him play. This was terrible. Just an embarrassment. I don't even know what to say. Speechless. Evan Engram, thank God you're on the team. And Sterling Shepard, maybe this will help him be a better player one day. But everybody else, garbage. Garbage with a side of garbage. For the Rams, Jared Goff, 14 completions. He had 14 completions for 311 yards. That is insane. That is insane. That means he's making some big plays because the Giants' defense stinks. Todd Gurley, 16 for 59 and 2 touchdowns. Malcolm Brown, who barely even plays, gets 15 carries for 57 yards. I mean, what is this world coming to? Robert Woods, 4 for 70 and 2 touchdowns. My boy Sammy Watkins made a play. I told you he'd make a play this week. Cooper Kupp, 3 for 54. Giants once again give up a touchdown to a tight end, Tyler Higbee. Ravens against the Titans. The Titans win this game, but do they really look good? But then again, does anybody look good against the Ravens? They just have a way of making you look terrible. Mariota, 19 for 28, 218 yards. I'm more concerned about the fact that they only ran the ball 21 times for 71 yards. Derrick Henry getting 3.3 yards a carry. DeMarco Murray, 2.1 yards a carry. You're not winning if you don't have a running game. Just not. It's got to get better. Give the ball to Derrick Henry 20 times a game. Let's see what he can do. Delaney Walker had a good game. Rashard Matthews had a good game. Corey Davis at least played. Nice to see him play. Haven't seen him out there forever. For Baltimore, good to see that Jeremy Maclin looked good. 9 targets, 8 catches. Buck Allen did a good job. Ben Watson had 10 targets. But this team is just in disarray. This team is just in disarray. I mean, seriously. You're a Raven fan. What do you feel good about? I'd like to know. Somebody tell me what you feel good about. Speaking of not feeling good, I think the other guy needs to get fired. There's a bunch of coaches who need to get fired, and Dirk Cutter is one of them. I think Tampa made the big mistake of... Did they fire Lovey? Was it Lovey to get Dirk Cutter in? I can't remember. But they were afraid that Cutter was going to get another job, so they fired their coach. And Cutter sucks. He sucks. Tell me where he's been successful. Somebody tell me where Dirk Cutter's been successful. I'm waiting. Still waiting. Thank you for waiting. Seriously. Jameis Winston, I want to shoot you in the head. I did bench Carson Wentz for Jameis Winston. I know. Should have played Wentz. I'm number 2 overall in the online championship, and I benched Wentz. I'd be number 1 right now. By a lot. By like 50 points. I literally had Doug Martin and Jameis Winston when I could have had Carson Wentz and Robert Woods. Yeah. I could be winning this league by 70 points. Jameis Winston shouldn't have been out there. Even when he's there, he sucks. I'm so done with this guy. Done. No words for it except done. Doug Martin, 8 carries for 7 yards. Oh my God, I'm done with him too. Mike Evans, 1 for 13. You drafted Mike Evans at the beginning of the year. You were loving your team, weren't you? And now you're saying my team stinks. Bernard Reedy, who I've never heard of in my life, had more receiving yards than Mike Evans. What does that tell you? Team is garbage. The Buccaneers are terrible. It's like the Hard Knocks curse. Really is. The Hard Knocks curse. Drew Brees could have put up another 20 points. He let him up. Lit up. 22 for 27, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kamara looked great. Michael Thomas looked good. Ted Ginn just catches touchdowns. Willie Snead, nowhere to be seen. Don't believe when they say he's going to get more involved. He's not. Jacksonville. Now, I know they played well, but let's fire Marvin Lewis too. The Bengals are atrocious, and their best player, A.J. Green, does a reverse chokehold. He does a stunning Steve Austin on Jalen Ramsey. Now look, I get that Jalen Ramsey might be a pest. He might be annoying. I totally will get that. But you don't do a reverse chokehold and get yourself thrown out of the game. The minute that happens, this game is over. Seriously. That's what these guys do. They make you make bad plays. Joe Mixon scored, told you he would. Andy Dalton's garbage. I mean, when Blake Bortles is almost doubling you up, 259 to 136, you know how bad it is. No Leonard Fournette. Chris Ivory, Yeldon, Bortles, Corey Grant, they ran for 149 yards. Only goes to show you what happened when Fournette would be there. He would have run for 220. Marquise Lee, 8 for 75 and a touchdown. Nobody else is even relevant there in the passing game. Maybe D.D. Westbrook, maybe not. Speaking of irrelevant, Brock Osweiler is irrelevant. 19 for 38, 208 yards. He is garbage. There's so much bad play in the NFL these days. Wait, this is even worse. Denver's running game. 19 carries for 35 yards. What game are you going to win? What game are you going to win when that's happening? Carson Wentz is my dude. I am all about Carson Wentz. I love this guy. Love him. I may have him as my fantasy quarterback every year. I love this guy. He's fast, but he's mobile, but he's not that mobile. You know, he's just mobile enough to make you nervous. Throws for 199 yards. Not that much, but 4 touchdowns. Love that. Ajayi comes in. I benched him in a league or two. 8 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Corey Clement, 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. LeGarrette Blount, 9 for 37. Let's just play the Broncos every week. And Alshon Jeffrey, 6 for 84 and 2 touchdowns. What about the Bronco defense? Not so scary, is it? What's scary is the Houston Texans with Tom Savage as the quarterback. I mean, the Colts even sacked him a bunch of times. Now, here's the good news. The good news is Savage looked better toward the end of the game. He did. He looked better. But Lamar Miller couldn't find a running lane. I told you that. Donta Foreman was going to have to do a better job. I told you that. Will Fuller, I'm totally worried about his value hitting the toilet bowl. Hopkins is still a great player, but I think Will Fuller's value going down as we speak. Every second it just drops. Jacoby Brissett plays great, 308 yards, 2 touchdowns. T.Y. Hilton, fantastic start this week, 5 for 175 and 2. Jackie Doyle, 8 for 63. Frank Gore, 17 for 51. Marlon Mack, of course, does nothing, 9 for 29. They're winning. When they're winning, they don't need Marlon Mack. When they're winning, they go for Frank Gore. Speaking of winning, man, the Falcons could be winning more. But how does Julio Jones drop that catch? I mean, so many things happened yesterday, but the number one thing, 2 things. One was Tyreek Hill's touchdown, and 2 is Julio Jones' drop. Unreal. Unreal. This guy is open by 15 yards, lays it up right there in the end zone, and he drops it. Cost them the game. Cost them the game. I can't fault Matt Ryan. He did everything he could. They're not giving the ball to Devonta Freeman enough for sure. And Julio's got to catch that pass. Tevin Coleman's awful. He did have a receiving touchdown, but really, 5 carries for 5 yards. I got to give some credit, though, to Carolina. Not Cam Newton, who sucks, by the way. And don't tell me that he was so great yesterday. Yeah, the only thing Cam could do is run. He should be a running back because 13 for 24 for 137 yards is garbage as a quarterback. But now Cam is running more. Christian McCaffrey is running more. If by trading Benjamin, this allows them to use McCaffrey more, then it was a good trade. Keep your eye on Curtis Samuel. I do like this guy. I do. I have a soft spot for him. All right, Arizona and the 49ers. Adrian Peterson got 37 carries. 37 carries. That is an obscene amount. And they play this Thursday against Seattle. I don't know how he's going to be able to walk in the morning, except for the fact that he's Adrian Peterson. Drew Stanton is 15 for 30, 201 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was a good game for Drew Stanton. I mean, considering he sucks, it was a good game. Larry Fitzgerald, 5 for 70. Everybody else just chipping in. For San Francisco, Carlos Hyde, 9 for 84. Wow, I said he was going to have a good game. I didn't see that coming. Marquise Goodwin needs to get more involved. George Kittle, please get George Kittle involved. Please? Please. Can't wait for Jimmy Garoppolo to get there. All right, Seattle loses a heartbreaker to the Redskins. Russell Wilson, what doesn't this guy do? 297 yards, 2 touchdowns, 77 yards rushing. He had to do everything for this team. Everything. How good was he? He's so fun to watch. Dougie Baldwin, a star, 7 for 108 and a touchdown. Nobody else really did much. Lockett, overrated. Eddie Lacy, poo-poo platter. Thomas Rawls, garbage. Jimmy Graham, 5 for 59, really didn't do a lot. Richardson, 3 for 41, no touchdown. I got to give the Redskins credit, though. I got to give the Redskins credit. They sacked him a couple of times, and they looked pretty good. Cousins, 21 for 31, 247 yards. Big catch by Josh Doxson at the end of the game. There was no Jamison Crowder, and Terrell Pryor is garbage. They won this game. Here are their receivers. Davis, Doxson, Quick, and Grant, and they won. Good job, Redskins. Hail to the Redskins for that one. Dallas and the Chiefs. I am so confounded by Andy Reid. How do you not give the ball to Kareem Hunt? 9 carries. He had 13 touches of the football. I want him touching the football 23 times. Tyreek Hill had 4 targets. I mean, Travis Kelce couldn't be stopped, but you've got to give the ball to Tyreek Hill. Have to. DeMarcus Robinson, please. That was just a garbage play. I played him in DFS. I want to vomit. For Dallas, I love me some Dak Prescott. He looked great. He runs when he needs to. He throws when he needs to. He just does everything right. I love this kid. Zeke gets 93 yards and a touchdown. Didn't catch anything. Terrence Williams looks phenomenal. Cole Beasley plays well. Dallas does what Dallas does. Jason Witten didn't do anything, but outside of that, they were great. Oakland and Miami. Derek Carr gets 300 yards. Marshawn Lynch, 2 touchdowns. So I wanted to cut him. I was wrong. Amari Cooper, 9 targets, 4 for 58, but it was Jared Cook, 8 for 126. Hello. That's a game. For Miami, Jay Cutler looked really good, 34 for 42, 311 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think that's mainly because the Raiders' defense stinks. I mean, seriously, the Raiders' defense stinks. So that's where I attribute that to. Kenyon Drake had 9 carries for 69 yards. Damian Williams, 7 for 14. Drake looked explosive. He did a lot of his damage on one play. Receiving-wise, I really liked how Damian Williams looked. He had 6 for 47 and a touchdown. He had another one called back that was like a 25-yarder for a holding call. But I liked how Miami looked with Drake and Williams, Parker and Thomas and Landry. This was Miami at its finest. Seriously, this was Miami at their finest. They didn't win the game, but they played well. All right, let's preview tonight's game. Brett Hundley gets the bye, comes in. How will he do this week? I don't know. Needs to play well tonight or they're going to lose. Aaron Jones needs to get the ball 20 times. Jordy needs to get involved. Devontae Adams needs to get involved. Randall Cobb needs to get involved. Hundley has to go with short, quick passes. Boom, 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 boom. They do that, they got a shot. If they don't, Detroit is going to win. Matthew Stafford, looking pretty good. Who's going to stop Tate and Marvin Jones? Not sure. Eric Ebron and Fells, both pretty good. Amir Abdullah, running better than he's ever run. Theo Riddick hasn't even had to do that much this year. So the question is, can Brett Hundley bring offense to tonight? If he can bring offense to tonight, then they got a shot. But if they can't, this game's going to be over. Over. Because Detroit is a very talented team with a good aggressive defense. And Green Bay's got to bring it. If they don't bring it, and Brett Hundley doesn't play well, they're going to lose. And Detroit really could use this game. In the division, they need this victory. You know what else you need? You need ScoutDFS.com. Go there right now, get a 1-week free trial, be part of what we're doing. Check out our optimizer, our scout scores. We have optimizers for basketball and hockey. We have ways to help you win in DFS. Also check out ScoutFantasy.com. Enter the promo code ROTO2017. Get half off your first month. Next week is week 10. 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 more weeks to get to your playoffs. Let us help you. You get half off your first month. I'll get you to your playoffs. I'll do whatever I can. I want you to succeed. And go like our page on Facebook, the Fantasy Football World Championship. Okay? But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. If you need the win tonight, I wish you much luck. Watch that Packers and Lions game. I hope it's a good one for you. I hope you don't have to stay up until midnight tonight to get the victory. I hope it happens about 9:23 tonight. If it does, I was rooting for you. All right, guys, wishing you a great day. Be well. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit ScoutFantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!